This is the hiddenness of the Creator, and this is his method of teaching us and bringing us along. This means that there are things in the world which from the beginning aim to divert a person from the right way, and they reject him from holiness. It's built that way. It's part of the design, this hiddenness of the Creator, and the evolution towards the desire to perceive the Creator. And the benefit from these rejections is that through them a person receives a need and a complete desire for God to help him, since he sees that otherwise he is lost. This need is actually what Kabbalah defines as prayer. To a Kabbalist, prayer is not words spoken. It's not something of the mouth. It's not the repetition of things, words and ideas in a prayer book. It is a gut-level need. It's something that has occurred in a person's desire for which there can be no other answer but the thing desired for. And the hiddenness of the Creator and this action of the right and the left hand purposely create a need specifically for the closeness to the Creator. That is, for doubts to be removed, for us to rise above the aspect of our nature that engenders these doubts. And that's the benefit. This is called a correction, this development of this desire. And what is it that happens? How is this benefit felt for a person? He's not only does he not progress in the work, this is how he feels, but he sees that he regresses and he lacks the strength to observe Torah and mitzvot, even if not for her name. So we know that the goal is to be able to be like the Creator, to create an inner similarity of form, of intention towards the Creator, which would be to bestow without thought of self, without that need, to be completely in bestowal, which is called for her sake or lishma. But a person can't even come close to that, so that the sensation that is teaching them and evolving them and building the need is a sensation that they can't even do this work, even if not for her name. That is, even for themselves they can't do it. The rejection and doubt is so complete, and it's part of the process. It happens. It is one hand and then the next hand, one hand and the next. When this happens to a person, it's not happening because there's something wrong with the person. It's happening because it's in the system and it's built that way. That only by genuinely overcoming all the obstacles above reason, he can observe Torah and mitzvot. So this is the thing that's built for a person. That it's not possible by dealing with a doubt and then with some kind of a filling, a delight at feeling close. These two variations always produce a hiddenness, a sensation of hiddenness, and that the only way that a person can proceed to actually observe Torah and mitzvot, that is to become like the Creator, draw close and bond with the Creator, is above that level, above reason. But he doesn't always have the strength to overcome above reason, that otherwise he is forced to deviate, God forbid, from the way of the Creator, and even from not for her name. And he who always feels that the shattered is greater than the whole, meaning that there are a lot more descents than ascents, and he doesn't see an end to these predicaments, and he will forever remain outside of holiness, for he sees that it's difficult for him to observe even as little as a jot, unless through overcoming above reason, but he is not always able to overcome. And what shall be the end of it? This is the extent of the hiddenness and the need that it evokes in a person. It comes to an extreme expression. That is, the more that a person wants this, the more they truly desire this, the more it appears that they're pushed away. And this is a response similar to the response of a parent to a child who is beginning to be an adult. You give them more room. You give them a kind of independence. You step away. And the depth of confusion of that adolescent or the young adult is an extreme situation. And it's done as by a loving father towards a child. This extremity of distancing. And what shall be the end of it all? How is it even possible? Then he reaches the decision that no one can help him except God himself. And this causes him to make a heartfelt demand of the Creator to open his eyes and his heart and to bring him nearer to eternal adhesion with God. This is what eventually happens. A true prayer appears within the person. That you can't fool the Creator. You can't say one thing and really desire another. This is the kind of prayer that is answered immediately because the Creator is the whole of reality, and the force of development responds to those particular conditions that allow for development. That is, there must be something in the creature that allows a higher state to occur for them. And that higher state only happens as a result of a deepening need. So it says, it follows then that all the rejections that he had experienced had come from the Creator. That means that the rejections he experienced were not because he was at fault for not having the ability to overcome, but because these rejections are for those who truly want to draw nearer to God. And in order for such a person not to be satisfied with only a little, namely, not to remain as a little child without knowledge, he receives help from above so that he won't be able to say, thank God he observes Torah and performs good deeds, and what else could he ask for? This action of the Creator, this rejection that was given to him, this doubt that entered him, was given to him by the Creator specifically so that he would not remain still, so that he wouldn't be satisfied with some sensation at a distance, some idea, some belief. In other words, that he wouldn't function as a child in reality. Oh, there is a God and he will take care of me, and if I ask for something, maybe he'll change his attitude towards me and be nice to me and take away this situation. No, this is the way that a child tries to deal with and manipulate a parent. But what is it that a child can do to a parent that would change the quality of the love towards the child? Even in the natural world, in the physical world, the love of a mother or a father to the child, it encompasses everything for the child. There's nothing that will change it. It's constant. So for the person not to remain this way would be not to be satisfied with this condition. That this force both of drawing close and of pushing away is to evolve us into a spiritual adult.